My name is Theodore Cottingham, standing in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. At this moment next to, well, it was built as Cavioli Chapel long ago. But actually, like so many places of worship, it's now become the Intrigue Theater, where friends of mine have a magic show. Very popular. Quite astounding. Amazing, phenomenal. So many places now are changing. And the generation of people who wanted to lay down their lives to worship God are dying out, thinking they're living their life like they're supposed to because they've been told it's appointed unto man once to die in the judgment. So they're willingly compliant. They're believers. They've been taught to believe. They haven't been taught to lead. They've been taught to believe, but not to lead. I teach to lead. So I'm not coming to you with any motive or effort to persuade. I come as a simple man, 73 now. I've been channeling, surrenderedly speaking the unedited first-person words. Not every day, but a whole lot of days for 21 years. And I'm doing a new thing. I'm no longer cast in your box. And I'm raising up people. I am? Oh my gosh. I'm sharing with you a message so that you do, not me. So that you raise up. People raise up you. You see, who's going to rapture you if you don't? Who's going to come into the light? Who's going to speak the first-person words of grace, love, peace, beauty, equality? Have this mind in you that Jesus Christ had, to think it not robbery to be equal with God. Holy smoke! Wow! Think it not robbery to be equal with God anymore, people. We're not separate. Not really, because the spark of life is in your lungs. Wow, that's a new one. Not in your heart. It's not about your blood pumping muscle. It's about your love. Your power, your love. But not for people who love power, but to come into the love of one. You see, there are so many people that have begun the good race, but they died out. And many are still living. But I'm not interested in being led by antiquity. I'm actually no longer interested in being under the words of another. So I'm standing here like a fool, like a new creation, like an old man. But not like the poverty-ridden people who sit in a pew, who think there's a God to serve because I've learned more. And just like, here's another church, Church of Christ Scientists, built in 1914. It closed up too, but a lot of people still espouse a lot of the teachings, and there's probably a lot of truth in those teachings. Just like I showed you Cavioli Chapel, that's now the Intrigue Theater, a magic show. And this building is called the Heart of Many Ways, because it closed, it was empty. A couple of lovely people took it over, and they espouse the idea that there are many ways to God. But I suggest to you, my friend, what I'm speaking of is not a way to come to God. It's not a way to serve God. It's a way to become who you really are. Because when you know it, if you're willing to know love. Unconditional love. See, we've got to qualify it. A whole lot of institutions espouse love, teach love, 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 say God is love, and interpret it the way they want to and lay down their rules, their doctrine, and what you must do to comply. To be good, show yourself approved, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed. Rightly dividing the word of truth, right? My friend, there's just so much more to the story. Hi, Holly. But people have limited it. Limited what? The story, and limited you. I wrote a book called Jesus the Pattern. I wrote it over some 10, 11 years. 7 sections, 300 plus pages. And you can get it on my website. My website is my name, TheodoreCottingham.com. I am responsible for these words, this message. I have sweat, blood, and tears to be here, standing here, espousing, sharing, offering you this message. Many churches will close now because they said they had the truth. And they said the truth would make you free. They said the truth would make you free, didn't they? Make you free. How many times have you heard that? Truth doesn't make you free. Just because somebody says it's truth, just because you have an emotional experience. I did. I had a heck of one in March of 1974. I call it my salvation experience for decades. It was very cathartic, very surreal, ethereal, magical, alchemical. It was beyond the norm. But you see, we haven't known. We haven't grown up. Christianity taught me. Maybe your view, your variation is different. But Christianity taught me to serve, to be a servant. And the very few times that the word leader or leadership was mentioned, it was always attached to being a servant leader, a servant leader, a servant leader. And usually serving what? The message, serving the church, serving that four-wall building, helping them raise money. So I'm doing a new thing, and I'm doing it with people who will love me? No, who will love, and understand the difference and begin to rightly divide the word of truth. Well, you see, no one can decide your truth for you. And it's high time you take responsibility for that statement, taking responsibility for your own truth, rather than, oh, God will take care of everything. My name is Theodore Cottingham at theodorcottingham.com. And I love you. I love a lot of people, a lot of very diverse people, a very eclectic set of people I call friends. I moved to Eureka Springs about 7.5 years ago. Changed my life, of course. I'm inviting you to take a course, a new course, not the one you've always been on. I think you need some new construction in your life. Some new construction. A new house. A new way to live. A new love. A love that doesn't depend on what you do for them. A love that does not serve. Because you're not a servant. And you see, I ask you to resist the tendency to judge me. No. Your mind will judge, render decision, automatically, innately, inherently, as quickly as it can possibly do so. Whether I'm right, wrong, good, bad, or what the heck I'm doing here. You'll choose your truth. But I tell you, it's not like it has been. Because the message is out the box. The message of Jesus the pattern. The message. I wrote a book called Jesus the Pattern because I learned to channel. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no precedent. And if anything, all the religious people that I knew not only tried to dissuade me, tell me I was nuts. You think I'm Antichrist? I'm not concerned. I've been told that. Not by many. But I just smile and go my way because I know what the message is. Because I learned to let unconditional love teach me. And not be afraid that it was some new age concept or some spiritualistic guide trying to deceive me. So this is going to be short. I'm about done with this little live broadcast on YouTube. But I'm doing a new things. I realized so many people have God as an add-on to their life. And they're willing to consider what I say as an add-on to learn to channel, as long as they can hold on to the past. Hold on to their God, their icon, their mantelpiece, their book. because it's been precious to them. I understand. Been there, done that. A devoted, disciplined, dedicated Christian I was for decades. I studied. And that's why I know many Bible verses like John 14:12, where Jesus said, if you believe in me, you will learn. You will learn. You will learn. You will do the things I do and greater. Not sit in a pew. Jesus' message was not the message of Paul, not the message that you hear on Sunday mornings, not the message of redemption. No. Born again, Jesus defined it supposedly in the narrative we have in John 3:8. No wind today, at the moment. The wind, John 3:8. Can you quote it? You should. A lot of people espouse that. They call themselves born again, but they have no clue what it means. Howdy. There's some philosophical concept to them, some emotional experience, or maybe it's a dead, dry, whatever. So what does John 3:8 say? The wind blows where it will. You cannot see where it comes from or where it goes. So is everyone who is born of the Spirit, who is born again. We're talking about a new creation, a creation that is not limited to flesh, a creation that does not stake its existence on the Bible, a book, theology, or the domination of patriarchy, and we're coming out. Then I lead millions. I do. I know, I do. And if I don't, you will. I hope, I pray to you to come into your leadership, where you're no longer assuaged and mesmerized by the message of God, of Jesus, just because you feel something. Just because you're moved by the organ music or the move of the Spirit. I'm not making fun. I was there. I understand. Been there. Did that, done that, taught that. But then I began to channel in March of 2003. And I began to learn another story that came through my mouth, of all things, and came through my pen. And started doing that almost daily. Hey, great dog. So what is my message? What is my message? My message is that you are no longer prevented from entering the Holy of Holies. You, my friend, whoever you are, man, woman, women, don't ever buy the theory that some God made you from a rib of a man. Disgusting. There's no hierarchy in perfect love, and there's no fear in perfect love. And all of this idea about hell. See, Christianity is simply based on fear. Carrot and stick, Jekyll and Hyde. Jekyll, the good God, turns into Hyde, the bad one, if you don't comply with his wishes. Abide, live your life by his commandments. No, we're coming out. The box is not broken. The box is abolished. The box will have no power over you. because those theories, those words, the canonization, the acceptance of principalities and powers of this earth, you're no longer under them. Unless you want to be. You can live your life and you can crawl into your casket, and I won't stop you. But there's more to the story. So many times, sometimes multiple times a day, I'll have a thought that will come to me. A thought. But this is the way creativity works. A thought. And I'll jot it down. I'll put it in my phone, my little notes. And I have many. And sometimes I go back and add a little to it and post it as an email on my website. But I think I'm doing a new thing. So many people are so hard of hearing, so stiff-necked, so rigid. So diseased in their belief system. They can't even watch something they're very interested in sitting for an hour or whatever, especially if it's counterintuitive, counter to what they believed, counter to what they've dedicated their life to. So anyway, I had this thought this morning of, it's like, for months and months I've come to you in live video, sitting at my desk. And it's like, maybe that season's over, and maybe I speak from there a lot of times too. But I'm taking this message to the earth, the dust of the earth. I'm taking this message to the royalty of heaven. Heaven, if you want to believe that term or use that term, we can use that term because it's a common term. But heaven is not a far away. Heaven is inside of you. The kingdom of God, the kingdom of heaven, is inside of you. Look not to the right or left or through a telescope to try to see heaven, or imagine it somewhere else. You, my friend, hold the key. The magic key, it doesn't matter whether you call it magic or not. The key. The keys to the kingdom have been given you. They are in you. You are it. You are the process. You are the mind. You are the consciousness. You are the creator if you're willing to learn to create. And I share this way. And instead of making a lot of notes throughout the day like I've done a lot of times, I think, by golly, I may just pick up this phone and click live stream and speak to you live this way for 2 or 3 minutes just with a thought, or maybe 10 or 15. Oh my gosh, I've already spoken 20 minutes. So I love you. My name is Theodore Cottingham. A simple old man. Simple old guy, 73. Not in perfect health. Every day is not glory to glory. Prosperity? Prosperity. I used to know what that meant. I heard a lot of Christians talk about that, but damn. But what is prosperity? Being able to walk into the Holy of Holies. Commune with what you thought was the creator of all creators, a consciousness that's no longer in collusion to keep you in a pew. but set you free from all that you have thought that you loved, that dominated you. You loved it, and it dominated you. Set the tone of your life. How you should be ruled and be under the authority of a man, under the authority of God, under the authority of the Bible. Under. You're no longer underlings if you're around me. The Son of Man shall be lifted up. Son of woman. Common people will be lifted up. Lifted up how? They'll begin to know who they are and create a consciousness, the consciousness that they begin to channel. Knowing who they are, creating what? New neural pathways. Because you're the light of the world. And I love you. So I'm almost to the post office. Oh, I'm at box 34 if you want to mail me anything. Box 34 in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. Oh, here's the First Baptist Penn Memorial. It's still operating. They still have Sunday morning service. So, howdy, okay, thanks. So, this is Eureka. And this is me. And I'm one who loves you all. No matter whether you think you're gay, straight, blue, green, yellow, indigenous to this planet Earth or not. It's all changing. And I come to you in love. And I ask you to embrace a new love. A romance. I'm asking you to create a romance like you've never known. A tender love that's no longer confused, trying to placate your emotions or feel a touch or quell your emotional status into something peaceful. I'm inviting you to learn who true love is. Unconditional love, and be it. Uh-oh. I'm being me. And if you don't like me, the way I speak, what I teach, what I record, I still love you. You can always find somebody that you like to feed you a sermon, feed you what you want to hear, to help make your life predictable and secure. I don't. I teach adventure and exploration to come into your kingdom that's inside of you and learn new ways, new thoughts, new ways, and connect with new people. And who do I love? I love you. Be loved this day. Feel love. And feel no more, hey Fuzzy, feel no more compartmentalized, concretized in the frame of reference of your life. My name is Theodore Cottingham. There's the post office. I go down here to a coffee shop most every day, usually getting a mocha.
Selfies?
Hey Ron, yeah. Good to see you, friend. Pickleball, buddy. So there's a new life for you. There's a new life for you. And now a lot of people will disavow a lot of the vows that you've made in life to no longer be tormented by the rules of man. I love you. I'm going to sign off for now and go check the mail and have a mocha. TheodoreCottingham.com. Be the real you. and no longer ruled by antiquity. Be the now. The now Christ, the now you. The perfect love with no fear. To listen to love and let love communicate with you. Because this is what I'm about, and I have a school, the School of Creation. Theodore Cottingham School of Creation. Wow. I love you. And I hope you'll consider being in my school. I hope you'll consider creating your school, the school of your name, School of Creation. And share with others the living word that's no longer concretized in a book, but the flow of the living word where you surrender. And you begin to make videos like this of pure love and two shoes in your community, wherever you are. Okay, later, Gator, later today. We'll see. I love you. Good day. Thank you for sharing. TheodoreCottingham.com. Good day.